Well, it's Monday morning. It's cloudy, so I'm gonna plant a few things in the greenhouse before I gotta take my grandson to school. I have heat pads. I don't have any heat from the gas stove on now. I just unplugged it. I'm done with that. So I just put a little bottom heat on it, and then as soon as they're up good, then I take them off the bottom heat. And because it's warm now, leave the greenhouses open mostly. So just have a few cantaloupes and probably some cucumber replants. I had my long green cucumbers. They were a little tall when we set them, and that 50-mile-an-hour wind, 40-50 mile an hour wind beat the shit out of them. So I just to have some for replants in case they don't come out of it. Don't really have a lot of second plantings to do. Just like I said, cantaloupes are going to be a second planting. I planted some for replants. I don't know if I'll plant them or not. Well, them off. It's just got a thermostat. You can plug approximately four. You can plug 4 mats, and each mat will hold 5 trays. So that's how I get them up later in the year. And if it gets any warmer, it won't even need that. A lot of this stuff in here, zinnias, we plant a few in the field. And then we got some marigolds. My wife wants to plant a few of them in the field. Peppers are left over. Those are watermelons. They got to go out. I got to lay plastic for them. I'm kind of hoping we get a 2 or 3 tenths of rain so I can lay my plastic. Those are my extra cantaloupes. I planted them for replants in case I lost what I planted, but I lost some, but I didn't lose that many. So now I'm just going to replant some more for, I would call them my second planting, because those would be too close to my first planting. They'd both come in together. So I'll probably just get rid of them, dump them, sell them. That job's done. Now I just got to spread some fertilizer for lunch, and then hopefully we'll get enough showers that I can lay some plastic. As you can see, I went ahead and laid 4 more rows of plastic. I got to plant some more seedless watermelons, maybe 1.5 rows for some later cantaloupes. I've got 6 more rows I'm going to lay, possibly a 7th, depends on how things come out. But that's going to be all bioplastic. Sweet potatoes, late watermelons, later cantaloupes, that kind of stuff. it's a lot easier not to have to pull plastic come August. You're tired in August, so you don't feel like pulling plastic. You always hate doing it. So that's what I did. If you didn't notice, I got it on the 4430 this time. I have duals off of it now, and it pulls it so much better. I can pull along 5 mile an hour, no problem whatsoever. This particular area, you can run. I don't know how fast you could run. I was running 5 mile an hour and doing a fine, great job. Of course, ground was dry, almost a little too dry, but it's on the borderline-ish. I went ahead and laid it. I don't think we got a lot of chance of rain coming. I got planted watermelons. I just hook up the water this afternoon or tomorrow or whatever, and need to start watering the rest of the stuff anyway, because it's like I say, we haven't had any real rain for a while, and I'm not complaining right now. After 3 years of rain, I'm not complaining right at this point. So when do we decide to take this off? Three and a half tenths, 4 tenths. We got a striped Spider-Man monkey. On the monkey swing. It's a monkey swing.
No, Essex.
Huh?
Essex.
It's a cruise swing.
No.
Good afternoon. It's Friday afternoon. I haven't done much, showed you much. I've been doing a lot of boring work. I call it boring because I've done it thousands and thousands of times. As you can see, I decided to put some new lay flat in. Had to drill. When you put the lay flat in, you run a little water in it, drill every hole, put your pipes in, replace a lot of pipes. Took all yesterday afternoon just to do the blue hose. And then the previous afternoon, I did the oval hose, the black oval hose. That took a little more time, and it's pretty expensive. That's why I used lay flat on the rest of it. Simple fact, it was faster and cheaper. It won't last as long, but I'm trying to do something different with the oval hose. The oval hose was costing me about $5 a row to hook it up for the fittings, and I just didn't want to spend that much right now. But that's what I've been up to. Picking strawberries, working on irrigation, odds and ends, irrigating, watering cantaloupes, watermelons, watering tunnels, same old stuff. You just run water in the pipe. It fills partially. You don't put much pressure on it, very little pressure. And then you just take a drill a hole, and this is just compression. You just slide that in, and that'll last 4 years. they'll start leaking around here. They'll start wearing it'll crack. You can see this right there. That eventually will start getting weak and it'll leak. But for the money, as you can see, it goes on and on. Over to that riser is blue lay flat. That all had to be done, drilled, hooked up. New hoses. A lot of these were no hoses. I didn't like what I had on there. I didn't like the black hose. The hose I had was thin. Didn't like that. The foxes chewed through it easy. And also these have a bigger hole, let more flow. But I had to do that. And then from that riser to that riser, you can see the marker there, and then there. That's all oval hose, and that took a couple, 3 afternoons to hook all that up. And then beyond that, the last lay flat, I'm just gonna let go for this year. Unless it's leaking too bad, I might go ahead and replace it. As you can see, this is the black oval hose. You can see right here, this fitting here is this fitting. This is the way it goes. You put a rubber grommet in here, and then you push this in. Of course, then this hose goes on here, and put a bigger end on here for the bigger hose. I'm trying this. I had this size hose on there. As you can see, it's a big difference. I wasn't happy with it. So I'm trying this. Like I say, you figure 70, 80 cents for that, 90 cents for this, 90 cents for this, or something like that. It works out to about $5 for this side and this side for each row. So $2.50 and $2.50. But you look across there, it gets expensive, not counting the pipe. But I mean, it takes a lot of time too. What I gotta do now is I'll take and fire this up, turn the well on, and I'll start with these two, this two zones here, and then you gotta walk the field. Corn's up now, so I don't have a four-wheeler. I got my Jeep now, and corn's short enough, you can look down each row and you can look and see a leak, especially let it run for an hour. So if there's any big leaks, you'll see it in an hour, and then you just go to this wet spot and you patch it, put a coupler in it. But that'll take an hour or two, a couple hours. Then you got to tire it, make sure deer chewed on your ends, go across the ends and the middle of the field, and before you know it, the whole afternoon's gone and you feel like you ain't got much done. But I don't do this every year. I try to really go over the field when I do put corn in, because we'll run nitrogen through the tape, and I want the nitrogen going where I want it to go, and I don't want it skips and big spots in the middle of the field where it didn't go past, or you know what I'm saying, big wet spots where it got a lot more nitrogen. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. Well, it's 4:45 Friday afternoon. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I don't know if you can see behind me, there's some scattered showers around. Thought I heard a little bit of rumble of thunder. Got something else I want to show you. I think it's the 7th of May. I'll show you what it is in a minute. I don't know if you can see this. First pink. Done with a last year's strawberries. I mulched the centers of the plastic with compost. See how much they're a lot more lush. They're actually too lush. I tested all these houses the same, so they all got the same fertilizer on them. Big difference in the houses.
Thanks for watching our video, and be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for our upcoming videos. Thanks.